What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Out here doing some landscaping stuff, some landscaping maintenance. Needed some new tires for my Sulky here that goes onto my 48-inch Wright Velke Hydro. Just showing you guys some of the maintenance that I do. This is one of the sleeves that comes off on the Sulky here. This is the left one. I've already done the one on the right here, but I'm using my Milwaukee grease gun. If you guys don't have a grease gun and you're actually doing this for a living or doing this as a side job, make sure you get one of those. I'll have it in the link in the description of this video, but get one of those. Trust me, it's going to save you a lot of time. No more of that manual gun hand cranking. That's old school. If you really like doing it that way, fine, but trust me, get one of those. It's going to make your maintenance process so much smoother and so much faster. No more manual pumping and that thing not working half the time anyway. But back to the video here. This is the sleeve that goes on the left one here. I've got some grease thrown in here already and just showing you guys what I do just to make sure these things are getting enough grease. So I've already had it all apart anyway, changing the tires, but I wanted to come in here and make sure these things were getting grease right away and all the time. So the wheels, the rims, do have grease fittings on them, in which I do every week that I'm doing yards. But again, taking the sleeve off while you already have it apart is definitely a good thing to do if you plan to continue using your attachments over and over again, or if you actually do this for a living or a side job. Make sure you're taking care of your stuff. So I've thrown some grease in here, and all I'm going to do is work this on here, back on here, back and forth, all the way around, back and forth, twisting it, just making sure that grease gets all the way around in there. And then some obviously is going to poke out of the end here. So I'm just going to take my glove here, and I don't like wasting this amount. I know people do, but for me, I don't. So I'm just going to put it on here, just like this. This is a part that doesn't really need grease, but I'm doing a lot of yards and working this thing a lot, so even if it doesn't need grease, or the manufacturer says it doesn't need grease, I grease it anyway. Reason being, I know how stuff works. I know friction. I know that moving parts get hot, get worn out, so I'm gonna grease mine anyway. And that's just the locking bar that goes through the top here of the Sulky and through the bracket on the mower over there. So next thing I'm going to do is actually put the wheels on and then put the locking tabs on there. All right, so bringing you guys in a little closer here and a better angle, putting our tire and rim back on. There is a certain way to do it. This protruding out part of the rim goes toward the inside of the actual plate that you step on and ride on. So your sleeve is on, your washers are on. Make sure you got your washers on there. Make sure those have some grease on it too. Grease fitting that I was talking about is right there. Make sure those are cleaned off, so whenever you go back to throw some more grease in here like we're about to do once we're finished putting the rim and tire on, you can get that grease in there good and it's not binding up anywhere and coming back out of the actual grease gun. So sliding that on there. As you can see, got a hole right there that it slides through, that this pin here slides through. All right, sorry about that, guys. Had to get them in off camera. My pins, the new pins I got were too long, so I had to use my Dremel tool with the diamond cutting blade to cut them a little bit shorter to get them on there, but I didn't want you guys to sit through that. So at the back of the truck now, ready to put the Velke with the new tires on it back onto the Wright Velke 48-inch. Got the bracket on here already from that install video I made for you guys about a couple years ago. Going to put this back on here. So this goes right dead center in the middle. going through the holes. These 2 tabs go into the 2 tab holes, and then the top tab, I like using the top tab pin, goes through the hole there. Bring it on up to the locking lever on the Wright Velke itself. So we got to turn it over first. Boom, locks up. And then last thing we do here is we grease. I like doing mine while the wheels are up, just so that when right after I grease, I can spin the tire and get that grease in there. So I'm going to do that off camera. Won't bore you guys with that, but again, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new. It's free to do, and I'd greatly appreciate it. See you guys in the next one. Peace.